champagne already on the table. Antonius raises with a genuine hand. Heads up, any two cards are playable. Even 4 deuce offsuit. And IVey makes the call. The flop gives him a gut shot straight draw and a club draw, albeit a dismal one. It gives Patrik Antonius top 2. So impassive. The big Scandinavian lets his hands do the talking. 150,000. Difference between first place and second place is $800,000. IVey raises now. An all-in is not an impossibility here. We saw 4th and 3rd place go very quickly. This could be a short heads up. All in, and really hard for IVey to call here. It's such a low club draw, and he does fold. So it is first blood to Patrik Antonius. The trophy glistening on the table, and Patrik Antonius will be pretty happy to see a suited ace on the button. These pots build fast. IVey also has a pretty decent hand. He makes the call. IVey makes top pair. Antonius pretty much missed, but check check may lure him into investing if IVey bets. Check check again. And that is a pair of 8s for Antonius. So little action beforehand. He might be excused for making this call. That's how it pans out, and IVey will turn over the cowboy and get a few of his chips back from that previous hand. They are friends, but you wouldn't know it from the way they're eyeballing each other over the felt. Queen 8 on the button. It's a raising hand. And IVey happy to call with the connectors. Two clubs on the table. Phil IVey the only one with a club. Nobody really got anything there. And that hasn't changed the picture a great deal. Antonius still healthily in front. We will go to a river card. So nobody's connected with this board. It goes check check, and Antonius will find that his queen is good. No real damage there though to Phil IVey. Approaching the 10-hour mark. These guys earning their corn. 10 hours of pressure, knowing that you've invested $250,000. Ace-4 against King-Jack. We could see a raise here from IVey. Instead, he satisfies himself with a call. Something for everybody there. Jacks for Antonius. Aces for IVey. He checks back at the Scandinavian. Who obligingly shoves in 125,000. Which IVey matches. The deuce looks pretty blank to both players. IVey gives Antonius another chance to invest, but he declines the responsibility, and IVey's hand improves on the river, 2 pairs. This time he may bet.
300.
And it is 300,000. Antonius doubts him. He ain't going to be happy because IVey does have a made hand here. Ace-4s. $100,000 in the middle with blinds and antes before we even start. And Antonius enriches the booty in the middle. He will find a customer, I fancy. Phil IVey with a suited King-Jack in spades. IVey noticeably has the bigger chip stack now, and that's a pretty perfect flop for King-Jack. Smallish, tempting bet into the middle. Antonius raises. He'll be trying to find out exactly where he is. Has given himself an escape route if IVey does come over the top. And it is a smallish re-raise. Antonius, remember, has hit absolutely nothing, and he's just playing on his instincts about Phil IVey, a man he knows just about as well as anyone. So they've both invested a healthy chunk into this pot. Antonius whiffs again. He's now drawing dead. This time IVey shows what to a normal human being would be seen as weakness, but at this level of poker it's pregnant with meaning. How will Antonius interpret it? Another small, sneaky looking bet, but this pot over $1 million now. Phil IVey shoves all in. Antonius, you got to say he can't call, but... And that's how it pans out. So Phil Ivey winning a huge one there. No conversation, almost no emotion on the table while that played out, but it was a huge pot, and may go some way to determining which of these players earns that $2 million first prize here at the Aussie Millions. Patrick's found a king, he's all in. Phil Ivey will not hesitate obviously to call, and the cards turn over. Antonius is in trouble. He'll need to spike a king and dodge an ace. Well, as it is, he's picked up a 3, so he does go in front. Ooh, but there's the queen now for Phil Ivey. So Antonius drawing thin. 3 or a king. And it is neither, so we have a winner. $2 million richer, as if he needed it. It is Phil Ivey.